Hello. Welcome to today's broadcast. My name is Leanne. Hello. And I'm the owner of Knitting Today. I do hand knitting and machine knitting. And today I happen to be doing a custom project for a friend. It is a blanket that resembles a Hudson Bay type blanket. I do hand knitting and machine knitting, and this is a hand knitting project that we have converted to the machine. So today I just want to scope while I work on picking up stitches and finishing knitting. Here's the project so far. When you pick stitches up in machine knitting, the purl side is facing you. So I have to make sure and hang the stitches up so the purl side is facing me. And while I do this, I'm not going to be able to see questions. So sorry about that. I don't know how to let everybody know that's popping in that I can't see questions once I re-aim the phone down to the knitting machine, but maybe if you're here you could just let people know I'm not taking questions right at the moment, but I'll have a moment for question and answers after I'm done picking up all of the stitches. If I get there, I don't want you guys to be bored either, so I'll try and talk my way through it. But anyways, here we go. So this is the LK150 by Silver Reed, and I am working on 140 stitches. We've determined the gauge is 14 stitches and 20 rows. So that means for every 5 stripes, if you look at this is waste yarn. It's going to come off. For every 5 stripes, I need to pick up 14 stitches, and that is 20 rows. And I happen to be having to pick up on an edge that has the yarn carried. So I want to make sure and get that into the project as well. So I'm using a 3-prong transfer tool, switching to the 1-prong whenever I need to just fine-tune things. So what I do, let's get closer so you can see. What I do is hang up, I insert the tool in the edge of the stitches. And so that's kind of hard to see, I suppose. But then I hang those on the hooks. So let's see, I stepped out of the screen here. Maybe can I close up for you? This is all an experiment, you guys. So I'm also fighting a little bit of a cold, so I'm sniffling here too. Sorry about that. Anyways, so my 20th stitch, these are 4-row repeats, so my 20th stitch is going to be this last green one here, and so I'm going to just hang that on the 14th stitch. Then I can come back and pick up stitches and hang them appropriately. That one, these two here, but this one is not going to work. This one needs to be here. So I appreciate your coming and hanging out with me while I work on this project today. Like I said, I can't see any questions while I'm working, but what I'm doing is counting out 14 stitches. So we have 14 there. And I count up my 20th row, which is the 5th color, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and insert the tool along the edge there and hang those stitches on the needles. Oops, I missed one. again, each edge is 4 rows. So let's see here. I'm sticking that tool in along that edge, making sure I am right on the edge. I'm picking up a whole stitch, but I don't want more than a whole stitch. So and this is the same technique you're going to use if you're doing a button band on a sweater, or picking up your sleeves and knitting them downward. So it's an important technique to know and be able to use. So I just kind of work my way front to back and front to back here. Or, you know, left to right, I guess I should say. Making sure when I stick my tool in that I'm staying in the same set of stitches, same row of stitches, and I'm not doing a very good job right now. It's really struggling. It's probably because I have a cold and I just can't see the stitches very well nor think. So this one here is a little awkward to get into. Oh, I only need 2 stitches, that's why. So we'll switch to the 1-prong tool. Can you see that I'm... Give me some likes, I guess. Give me some hearts if you can see okay, and if it's making sense. But I have, okay, every 14 stitches. So we have 12, 14, and then I count up 20 rows, so that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And insert the tool under a complete edge stitch, so that when I pick what on the knit side, let me just show you a close-up here. So this is what I'm doing, is picking up to do another row right here. I'm doing another large, I'm picking up along the edge of the small stripes so I can do a set of large stripes. And I want to show you where I actually messed up on this blanket. Can you see it? Nope. Might be up here. Here it is. Right here. Can you see how that red stitch is poking into the green, or into the white stripe here? We're going to go back over top of that. There happens to be yarn here, and take the white yarn and duplicate stitch over the red on the front side. But that's what I'm trying to avoid as I'm hanging these stitches up. I want to make sure and stay in the same line so that when we take it off the machine, we have a nice join right there. So I'm making sure to pick up no more than the edge stitch, which is 2 strands in each section. So I think that I have talked enough. I am going to go ahead and stop the broadcast. Did you have any questions? Are we okay? Sorry, it's a little dark because of the light behind me. I want to thank you for coming to the broadcast today. Jody and Arlene, hey, great to see you both. Appreciate your coming. Thanks, Jody. I appreciate your comments. I enjoy knitting on the machine. I also enjoy hand knitting, but when you're doing stockinette like this, hi Arlene, when you're doing stockinette stitch like this, it doesn't make sense to sit and hand knit it. This took, what I have here took me 4 hours Tuesday afternoon. It takes the longest is picking up the stitches along the edge and doing the bind off. So, and of course switching colors every 4 rows takes a little more time too, but the big stripes, which are 20 row stripes, they're quick and easy to do. So, Arlene, are you still knitting on the bond, or do you have another machine? Excuse me, my nose is running. Thanks, Jody. You know what? Let me, if you hang in there for another half an hour, maybe at the most, I'll broadcast again once I get everything on and know for sure that it's going good, and show you the actual knitting. Great, Arlene. So you're familiar with this machine and the KX350. Great. So I really take into this machine, the LK150. It's so easy to use compared to what we used to use. So, okay, excuse me. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Oh, thanks, Jody. Yeah, it's automatically going to the Catch Me too. So you can log in to Catch Me and find Knitting Today, and you can look at the broadcast down the road too. Eventually, they're going to be used for my library in the clubknit.knittingtoday.com website for my subscriber members. So you guys are getting a heads up before they go away. But my goal is to develop a library of techniques that my customers can go to whenever they have a question about how I do something. So, all right. So I'll rebroadcast when I get knitting in about a half an hour or so. And again, you can catch the replay or go to clubknit.knittingtoday.com, click on inspiration, and then the blog, and there's a link to my Catch Me in one of the blog posts there right now too, until I get it set up. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.